And also, he wasn't denied. It was Sonia who gave you the denial.
Pardon me?
Sonia.
Sonia was a staff member who came to him after the meeting later when at lights out and asked him to leave and didn't give an explanation, didn't tell him. So that doesn't make sense as far as like if it was a threatening behavior or an immediate denial. Usually in an immediate denial, it's right then and it's explained.
So the act was against me. So you expect me, after enduring the abuse from this man, to personally deliver a denial? Absolutely not. Okay? Absolutely not. That's why staff is here, to support each other and to try to provide the services to the population we serve. So if this was this is a matter against me. Is that clear? This is an abusive behavior towards me. So it's St. Vincent de Paul staff, and we all operate this facility.
Okay, that's why Sonia was chosen to.
I sent Sonia up to inform him to start packing his bags.
All right.
Okay.
But she didn't tell him why. She didn't say
He
it was because
knew-
of threat of behavior.
He was told.
It wasn't.
He was told on the spot
No, it was
that
not.
you had been denied service.
That's
I told him that down in the room. You're being denied service.
not correct.
You deny that too?
Deny that. I was told that I was told that I was gonna get written up. And I expected it to be written up. In fact, I was told by Wayne to wait outside. And so I waited outside, the door, one of the doors of the mezzanine. And then Sonia asked me to come in to Wayne's office. And I went in and I spoke with Wayne. And then he looked as if he was surprised to see me. And I said, well, you said you were going to write me up. And then he said, well, I'll bring all the paperwork to you. And so at that point, I left and prepared to go to bed. And I was just about to go to sleep. It was right after lights out, 10 o'clock. A few minutes later, they came back on, and Sonia came up and asked me and told me that I had to leave. But I was not expecting to be DOS. It was a surprise.
What's your recollection?
I told him when I separated him from Lessy, had himself, I told him I'm writing you up. I'm denying you service. He waited outside the door. I had him go on the outside of the other door while Lessy came out. Okay, Sonia brought him back to my office. That was a surprise. Look, why are you here? Okay, and I said I would bring you the paperwork. You were informed that you were being denied service.
I was not informed as to what the paperwork was.
Okay.
I was just told
Why
that I
were
would-
you expecting to be written up, Paul?
I was expecting a warning, as I was previously given.
What was it about your behavior that warranted this expectation?
I don't believe anything warranted
Why did you believe
about my
your
behavior that warranted this explanation.
Why did you
It was
expect-
what Wayne said that warranted the explanation, because he said that I was going to be written up, so I believed him.
All right. Anything else?
Oh no, I have. I'd like to continue asking the questions that I have. Okay, one moment. Okay, and Wayne, you were present at the meeting on the 4/22/09, correct?
Well, we've
Yeah,
established
sorry. I would like you to read from Appendix A, under the description of services, item 4C3 of the grant agreement between for MSC South between the City of San Francisco and the St. Vincent de Paul
Yeah,
This
Society.
is beyond the
hold on.
scope of,
Yeah.
you know, I respect your right to do anything you want to do at City Hall, and you can look at every contract and figure out every issue with HSA, but we're not going to,
Wait.
it's beyond the scope of this hearing.
I'm sorry,
You're
it's,
here because you've been denied service.
But
And
he feels
it's-
that he was denied services because for retaliation for bringing up issues.
Well, he can argue that with an arbitrator, but right now we're here about the denial.
well, this specific item of the contract is directly relevant to all following questions. So
It may
I would
be.
like to be able to read it if I could.
Those questions, if they're dealing with that part of the contract, are beyond the scope of this hearing. I am not gonna
No.
listen to two uninformed people debate about a contract that was entered
It's,
by the city and HSA. This gentleman has not part of the negotiation, execution, or implementation of that contract. Okay, nor are you. So I don't wanna sit here and listen to that.
Okay, well, if you allow me to continue, I think it will be obvious as to how it's
Well,
relevant.
I'm not gonna allow questions about the contracts.
Okay, may I read the contract, or that portion of the contract?
No.
I will not be
You
allowed
can
to.
do it at the arbitration.
Okay, now I'll just move on to the next question. Wayne, was this community meeting well publicized?
Yes, it was. 24 hours before a community meeting we must post.
Was this community meeting advertised 24 hours in advance? You said
Yes, it was.
Sorry about that. At what time was this community meeting advertised to begin at?
Okay, let's go. We're here about the denial of service, not about the meeting or anything else. We're here about your actions at the community meeting which got you denied. So you can speak about anything about this. Anything outside of this has no bearing on this.
Okay, the community meeting is in no way outside of this.
Well, what happens, honestly, Paul, be real here. We're here because these folks say you did something, and you've come in here and denied doing all these things. Do you have any other witnesses that would support your recollection of how you think the events happened?
No, I would like to be able to continue if I would, please, sir.
No, I'm not gonna sit here and do this. You can do it let an arbitrator bring all this stuff in. This is, as I understand it, hearing on this denial of service, and that alone, okay?
And the community meeting
Do you
is,
have a different opinion, or do you?
Yeah, it is supposed to be specific to the DOS, definitely, but I think that there are other issues going on here, obviously.
Can you articulate them,
Well-
and the relevance to this?
I mean, I haven't read what he's,
the community meeting is directly relevant to what happened. I need to be able to ask specific questions about the community meeting.
So.
There's no excuse for profanity and threats. There are two witnesses here who say that's what occurred. You deny that. I'm
Completely.
asking you, do you have any other witnesses?
No.
All right. Do you
what
guys
about
have
the
any
people
other
in the
witnesses?
community room, though?
There were several witnesses, but I don't have them here. I was
Right.
unable to bring them here.
Fair enough. Is there any other witnesses here?
Yes, we have plenty of witnesses.
But they're not here. to
They're not
testify.
here.
All right. So, is there any more evidence about the specific charges for the denial of service?
Yes, there is.
What?
If I may be able to continue, I
Not
will.
the
Sure.
contract.
No,
just-
I won't quote the
Go
contract.
ahead. What?
Okay.
What?
I'd like to be able to continue asking the questions that I have about the community meeting.